Welcome to WildCard Gaming. This is Chris, and this is
Mike from WildCard Comedy,
making a special guest appearance today before our big comedy reveal. Today we're going to talk about Zelda Wii U trailer that just came out yesterday. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the art style and graphics of the game. I'm a huge fan. I really like the anime and Wind Waker's cel-shaded style. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it looks a lot like the Skyward Sword or the Wind Waker, as you mentioned. It looks really good. The sunset they show at the very beginning is very beautiful. When Epona's running through the grass, it's blowing in the wind. It's really just nice to look at.
Okay. Well, they later start on, they start small with the map. They're showing you just how the river is bending and how far he's actually making it on this journey towards the tower. But then they start zooming out and zooming out more just to reveal like a large portion of the map. We don't know if that's the whole map. If it is, that is the largest Zelda map we've probably ever seen. What are your thoughts on how large this map is?
Yeah, I like size. I like being able to just go wherever I want, just not have to just be stuck in a village or a town or something like that. But is there going to be stuff to do in the field? Like Ocarina of Time had a pretty big field, but there wasn't anything to do there. Twilight Princess had a big field, really not much to do. So hopefully they've just sprinkled little quests, side quests here and there that you can just sort of do.
Yeah, and on a side note to that, it does look like a large majority of the trailer is going from one point to another point where there's not like a whole lot to do in between. However, I really like the part where they mention the fact that there is a dungeon basically around this area, but they didn't even bother to stop. So I thought that was kind of cool. Like, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on, but little did you know there's an entire dungeon underneath you.
Yeah, hopefully that is the case. You just go to any dungeon you want. It's not linear like most Zelda games. It could be like a Link Between Worlds, where you just go and do any dungeon.
Yeah. Another thing is, we saw the sailcloth, and he is wearing his classic Wind Waker blue outfit, but there's no green tunic yet. So where do you think this is in the timeline?
Seeing the sailcloth, I think it is right after Skyward Sword, if not a direct sequel to that game. But also, the sailcloth did work more like the Deku Leaf from the Wind Waker. So maybe it's just in that timeline.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. If I had to guess, I would guess that this is probably 100 years after Skyward Sword. It's still got the very open world like Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword was a little more linear, but you could tell that there was a lot going on down there, and that's kind of how I'm imagining this world as well.
True, and they do go off to start exploring Hyrule at the end, so maybe this is just
that would be
how
awesome.
far they've gotten. Yeah, they finally found what's going to become Hyrule.
Okay, well, there are also a lot of little things that we noticed in the trailer. It looks like you do start off with 5 hearts, so once again you are starting off with more than the traditional, 3 or 4?
3.
Okay, and then there's also like a magic stamina bar. We're not sure which one it is, but it's surprising because he's wearing the blue tunic, or the blue outfit, but it looks like he's got quite a few hearts and a pretty large magic bar, as well as there's one part where he's using the arrows. He's already got like 80-something arrows, so I'm not sure at what point in the game this is, whether it's right out of the start where you already have 80 arrows, or maybe this is somehow later in the game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think you pretty much covered it.
Okay. Anything else small in the trailer that you noticed?
I do like when they said, Epona, I'm barely even touching the controls. How often do horses run into trees? They never do. So thank God they finally fixed that problem.
I know, I can't believe... I can't think of another game that has actually somehow worked that out, but it's kind of common sense. You don't actually force the horse to go the whole time. He's going to probably run with or without you.
That's right, and that's what Zelda does. They think of these little things. That's why it's so good.
Okay, so a big part is, they announced that the release date was going to be in 2015. Personally, I think it's going to be late November. What time do you think it will come out next year, or do you even think that it will even be ready by next year?
I'd like them to get it out as soon as possible so that I can play it. I really don't know when it's going to come out. Hopefully, they'll probably do, I don't know, a holiday time.
Okay, and I guess the last thing we'll end on here is what are your final thoughts, and I guess how excited are you for Zelda Wii U?
I'm extremely excited about this game.
I know, me too. Like a lot of people, this is probably maybe the reason or one of the top 3 reasons you bought a Wii U. And so I'm really freaking excited here.
Yes, how could you not be?
And those are our thoughts on the new Wii U Zelda trailer. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked what we said, please subscribe. If not, please let us know how you felt in the comments below. Signing off from WildCard Gaming is Mike and
Chris, we'll see you later.